Hey everyone, welcome to Spirit Speaks Oracle Readings. My name is Tessa and I'm so glad to have you with me today. I was in meditation earlier thinking about advice for myself as well as advice for the world at this time. And the Six of Cups came out, okay? For those of you familiar with tarot, a little kid being very giving here. I was really looking at this card and really feeling the sense of that sweet, genuine, giving nature of kids. I remember from my childhood, I used to like to help my mom hang up clothes on our clothesline in our backyard, and that was all I could give as a child. We don't understand material possessions very well as a kid, and we sure don't have jobs or money to go buy our parents things. But to be able to help our parents, for me, that gave me so much happiness and so much joy. And here the little boy's giving the little girl some flowers. I love that. I remember picking flowers for my mom as well, just out of the kindness of my heart, because I thought they were beautiful and I thought it would make her happy. Okay, so we're getting this for the collective out there, that we need to be focused on that type of joyful playfulness of a child as well as giving nature. Go back to your childhood. For my dad, I remember he would get home from work and my sister and I would actually fight to see who could get to the refrigerator first to get him a big glass of iced tea, because we lived in Florida and it's always super hot there, and a big glass of sweet iced tea is what Dad would like. And the other one, whoever made it to the fridge first got to give him the iced tea first. So the other one, whether it was me or my sister, we would unlace his boots. We thought that was actually fun. His work boots, he had, standard work boots and tons of laces, and just take his shoes off. Sometimes we would tickle his feet just because we thought it was funny, and my dad had ticklish feet. But I was recalling all these memories from my childhood, and you might be as well. And they're telling me that that's the key, okay? That's one of the secrets to life. Not only follow your dreams and desires, whatever you dreamed about as a kid, like when I want to grow up, I want to do this. Follow those dreams, okay? Go back to those dreams as well, and then recall any times where you can remember somebody being just genuinely sweet to you, giving and gifting you something. Nowadays, my daughter, same story, she's 11 years old. She makes me things all the time. She makes me bracelets, she makes me cards, and I cherish those bracelets that she makes me, okay? I do wear them occasionally. A lot of times they're just a little too big for my arm, but I still love and appreciate every gift that she gives me. It makes me feel great, and I know it makes her feel great, because that's something she created. That's something she gifted me. My refrigerator is covered with her pictures that she's drawn for me over the years. I have a painting. I always have our artwork hanging up in our house. We both love to paint, and so I have our paintings hanging up around the house as a way to show my appreciation for my daughter's gift, for her creations as well. I mean, celebrate your children out there, okay? Because think back to when you were a child. You're not a child for very long. The first 10 years, after that, you start growing up, puberty hits, you go into middle school, high school, what have you. You learn so many new things, you gain a lot of responsibilities, and you start that transition into becoming an adult eventually. But go back to your young years and try to bring back into your life that same joy and that same happiness and that very loving, caring and giving nature. I'm going to pull a few more tarot cards for you guys and see what else might want to come out with this same message. Okay, I feel another card here. That's an awesome card. Queen of Pentacles. And the King of Swords. Any more for the world? Queen of Cups. And the Four of Pentacles. Okay, wow. Lots of royalty here popping out for you. The next card that came out is the Queen of Pentacles, telling me that yes, have that. She's just like, she has that same loving and caring and giving nature as the kids do here. She's very nurturing. She's sitting here in her garden, okay, and in the beauty of what she's worked hard for. Okay, there's a very motherly energy coming through, feminine energy. Doesn't matter if you're a male or a female, we all have our feminine and masculine sides, but this is the very nurturing, abundant energy. We've got the bunny rabbit right down here representing fertility. We have the fruits on the back of her throne. Again, fertility, abundance, reaping your rewards. You will reap your rewards in life if you can get back to that joyful, that very loving, innocent, giving nature that you had when you were a child. And the proof's in the pudding. Here I am, I'm trying to bring about that loving, giving nature that I had when I was a kid by bringing you magic in your life and helping you connect to the universe, to the universal language. There's so much out there that we don't know that is to be explored, and there's loving guidance for everyone. Everyone has a spirit team. Everyone has God, the actual source, trying to help you along in your life, whether you realize this or not. But those of us who do, yes, you are working towards this beautiful life of abundance. And she's resting here. Doesn't she look like, oh man, she can breathe easy now? She's resting because she's put in that devotion, that loving, giving and nurturing effort. But her throne is made of stone there, so you see that stability. This is pentacles. This is your material needs. So yes, that's the direction to go into, or to go towards, is keeping that childlike playfulness and giving spirit. Here you are as the King of Swords. That's the masculine energy. That's the swords are the suit of the mind. So your thoughts, your ideas, your inspiration, your focus, all right? Stay focused on that childlike giving nature, and you'll be a giant in your own world. Okay, I always look at this card. Look at how big he is compared to those trees. I mean, he is a giant. He is master of his domain, master of his focus. The butterflies behind him on his throne represent transformation. So many of you are going through a transformation in your life right now, which is bringing you to this wonderful place of abundance. And I know this because here we have the Queen of Cups. This is, again, some more feminine energy. Look at all the royalty here. This tells me that whoever I'm talking to out there, whoever this message is for, you are royalty in a sense. You are definitely a leader in your own life, of your own life, as well as you could be an influencer of some kind for the world. So be loving. This is the Queen of Cups. The cups are the love cards. Make sure you remain stable in your emotions. Meditate. Be centered, be grounded, be calm and peaceful. And she's looking at the Eucharist cup here, okay? That's the sacrifice of Jesus that she's looking at. So that's the gift of Jesus, of the sacrifice that he made. She's thinking about that type of love, giving to the world. And she might have made many sacrifices in her life, but she is abundant because of it. So maintain that focus and maintain your inner nature of love for others as well as love for yourself. And the last card that wanted to come out is the Four of Pentacles. So again, another Pentacles card here. This is the four. Number 4 represents stability, okay? Strong foundations in numerology. Even though this person is clinging, this king is clinging real tight to his money, the messages coming through are that they want you to know you will have that financial stability, okay? You will have that abundance, that fertility. But instead of clinging to that material wealth so hard, make sure, again, you have that childlike giving, loving spirit. You want to give back to the world. You want to make the world a better place, not just make the better place for yourself, but helping others too. That's what community is. That's what compassion is. That's what's going to change our world. If everybody was giving and loving to one another, like I said, in the same way you were when you were a kid, when you had nothing, when you didn't have all the money in the world to be able to give, you would give your parent a cool rock that you found. I know I did. I'd at least come show it to him if I didn't straight up offer it to him. A rock. I have rocks all over the place, fossils. This is what I loved as a kid. And so that's how I expressed my love to my parents, to my friends, to my siblings, was by giving what I had, whether it was my time. Like I said, I used to help my mom hang the laundry, but I'd also take the time to hang upside down on the clothesline too and play around and goof off because I was a kid. That's what Spirit wants you to do. Play around, goof off, have fun, and be giving and loving to yourself first, so that your cup can flow over to others and you can strengthen that bond with your community and with your friends. I want to see what might come through for the world around this childlike playfulness and giving nature. Okay, I'm seeing a dog. Kind of looks like a Labrador or a retriever kind of dog. And I'm really getting the playfulness of dogs and that loyalty aspect. Yeah, your dog, if you're a pet owner, in my case, my cats, your dog wants to play with you. As soon as you get home from work or school, your dog is happy to see you. They provide humans some of the best friendship and companionship there is, okay? So make sure that you are focusing on, again, being in that mindset of a giving, loving, playful child, okay? Focus on that and be a loyal friend. Okay, and now I'm picking up on a seal here, and a seal pup. And I think I've heard them described before as water pups, okay? So some of you might be seeing seals as well, as a spirit animal guide. I'm also getting the impression of diving deep, how seals come off the land and actually dive deep into the water. To dive deep inward into your emotions, okay? To retrieve that childlike nature that sits within you, okay? That's part of your inner child. Let that inner child come out. I think the world would be a better place if more of us honored and respected our inner child and made that effort to play more in our lives. But yeah, go dive down deep to access that. Okay, and I think that might be all that's going to come through for us at the moment. I did want to pull a card from my Whispers of the Oceans when I was in meditation, and I asked about what messages to bring forth. All the animal decks started talking to me, and the very first card, which I thought was pretty amazing, that popped out was childlike devotion. Okay, so we've got this beautiful fish here amongst the corals. It says, "You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are." Okay, we have the number 50 on this card as well. Let's read what the guidebook has to say about your childlike devotion. Love includes both acceptance and respect. Love is the essence of the situation at hand. Making a shift into greater love of self will bring you more love from others. The truth is that you will receive more love when you are able to accept the love that is given to you. The love coming into your life may or may not be romantic love. Look for ways in which you can begin to connect with others. Allow your emotions to become evident, okay? So yeah, it might not be romantic love. Could be the love of your child. Again, if your child wants to give you a hug, hug your sweet baby, okay? Remember how you were when you were a kid. And I know for me personally, I love getting hugs from my mom and dad, and I love to give hugs to my mom and dad, even to my sister and brother when they weren't being buttheads, and to my animals. We always had pets. We had dogs when was growing up, and I love them so much. I have 2 cat babies as we speak and 1 human child in my life. And it could be love from, let's say, a neighbor who helps you maybe shovel the snow out of your driveway, or somebody at work who compliments you and shows you some love. Okay, so appreciate that. Be open to living more from your heart and experiencing your dreams. Consider the joy you felt as a young child around holidays or special occasions. Recall how you knew what you longed for. Of course, your aspirations have changed, but you can insistently pursue your ideals just as you did as a child. Simple joys and love are meant to be shared. The balance of giving and receiving will support the love you have in your being. The Christmas wrasse, I think I'm saying that wrasse or wrasse, I guess that's what this type of fish is a colorful member of reef and sandflat communities. They are named for Christmas because of their bright red and green coloring. They are active during the day, but a Christmas wrasse sighting is rare and special. Similarly, love can at times seem elusive. Begin realizing that there really is more to life by loving yourself. Allow yourself to be the amazing, beautiful being that you are. You are loved and loving. I have to remind myself of that sometimes. I am loved, I am protected, I am guided by my spirit team, and so are you. And you're lovable to many in your life, to your friends, to your family, hopefully to your coworkers and neighbors and other people of your community, as well as your soul tribe. I love you, that's for sure. And then I wanted to pull one more card for everybody to end your reading from my Spirit Animal Oracle deck, as if we haven't gotten enough animals to come through for you. But you know, children love animals. I loved animals as a child. I love them as an adult. And they're always around, just like the loyal dog in my crystal ball there. They're always around to give you love and comfort and guidance. Okay, I got your card here. Wow, that is incredible. I think this is the 3rd reading that the Armadillo Spirit has come through, saying to set your healthy boundaries. This is a big message for everyone around the world at this time, for the collective. We have the number 3 at the top of the card, which could be a number frequency you could look into to clarify the message. Number 3 in my angel number book reminds me that the Ascended Masters are around and helping me. The message says, learning to set healthy boundaries is the gift of Armadillo Spirit. You are entering a phase where, in order for you to be in alignment with your intentions and co-create your best life, you may have to be discerning and say no to many things that may have been okay for you in the past. This also means that you need to learn where you end and where others begin. What is yours to own and what is not. Know your limits and understand that it's an empowering choice to say no to what doesn't feel right. Armadillo Spirit is here to tell you it's time to be honest with yourself about what you really want. Be clear on what you are agreeing to. Declare what your needs are and say no as a full sentence. These are acts of respect and kindness to others as well as yourself. Trust your body's signals and you will know what to do. Armadillo Spirit guides you in making good decisions that are grounded in a strong sense of what belongs to you and what does not. So make sure as you work towards that childlike giving nature that you are setting healthy boundaries. However, don't be a people pleaser in that respect. Make sure that you are doing what feels right to you, what feels good to you. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it, okay? I know as children, we do a lot of things because we're told to do so, but you as an adult, you have discernment in knowing what is right and what is wrong. Sorry if you can hear the neighbor dog outside. He has a lot to say apparently to the passers-by and the squirrels. I am going to read the protection message to everybody out there because I did draw this card in reverse. It says, this is a tricky time as you may find yourself enmeshed with others, overly concerned with how they will take it if you say no or express how you really feel. Do you feel anxious saying no to someone, so you cave in even knowing the outcome will not be in your best interest? Do you feel like it's your job to stop someone from facing their challenges? Instead, you may take on their responsibilities, rescuing them instead of giving them the freedom to learn their lessons their way. Perhaps you feel that if they only knew how much you cared, they would change and then all would be well. Armadillo Spirit asks you to be honest with yourself and others, no matter how difficult that may be or how much you may fear losing someone or something. Face your fear, tell the truth, and set your boundaries. You will be amazed at the miracles that happen when you let Armadillo Spirit protect you from taking on too much, becoming a people pleaser, and losing your integrity. Another message of protection from Armadillo Spirit is to relax, live, and let live. If you or someone else is being defensive, you are called to take a step back and trust in Spirit's plan. So some of you out there, live and let live. Mind your business to some degree. If you don't think you can improve the situation, then maybe not make that effort, so to speak, towards a potential losing battle. All right, so set those healthy boundaries. Don't be a people pleaser. If it doesn't feel right, say no to it. The fantastic thing is you can do this as an adult. You are your own ruler in your life. Remember all the royalty. You are the master of your thoughts, of your minds, of your emotions. You can work towards what you want in your life. Part of setting those healthy boundaries from the Armadillo Spirit is loving yourself with that childlike devotion, meaning loving yourself enough to say no to what doesn't feel good in your life. I don't care how old you are. I'm 40. I'm finally living my dream. But that's not really true. I've been living my dream. I'm currently in a dream waiting for another dream to unfold. I dreamt about moving out here to Colorado. I dreamt about having a back porch that I love that was like my little sanctuary and my meditation spot. I dreamt for a peaceful, loving home. And I also dreamt to be a stay-at-home mom, to work from home and do what I love. And here I am before everybody, doing what I love to do as a kid. I used to love to discover and explore. I've mentioned this before. I used to find fossils and loved finding rocks and pretty things, and did actual fossil hunting in Florida. I found loads of shark's teeth, and it would just light me up inside. I loved it. I loved the magic to life. I loved learning about magic. I loved learning about wizards and witches and all that good stuff. And here I am today, your own personal wizard, your shaman, connecting you to your spirit team. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. Give me a like, subscribe to my channel if you did. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'm sending everybody out there lots of love.